up to the ceiling so you're not caught up here. Try to roll your shoulders back and down and drive your scaps back. So when you pull back in, nice and tall with the inhale, big exhale, right back out. So we're gonna try that out. Just keep moving. Try not to use the belly down here, okay? Everything stays taut like if somebody's using a hand pushing me back like this, okay? So think about avoiding the hand and moving out. So from here, I learned this from Aaron Coos, our TACFIT team leader, which is opening up the rib cage. So when you're all the way back and you're compressed, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna lock out and we're just gonna turn and keep pushing back our scap. Very good. Now that we got that, let's go ahead and get our shoulders. The shoulder rolls away from the neck. So think about going together, right? And you're thinking about shoulders rolling, big circular motion, but you want to control the shoulder roll. So if you're doing this, you're just surfacing. Try to find the range and try to carve tension out. Carving tension away from the neck. Good, going the other way. Pull the shoulders back when you retract the shoulder blades. Then lift up from the back to drive the shoulder arcing forward. Very good. From there, we're going to reach up nice and high with our hands. Think about creating space here, okay? Space between the neck by shoulder, packing down, using your lats the whole time. You're gonna reach back and try to get controlled circles. You're gonna control your circles. Try to reach back more than leaning forward with the arms. And try to pull your rib cage down. Remember, soft knees, tucking your hips underneath, reaching full extension with a lockout on the arms, and you got your thumb line facing the ceiling the whole time. Other way, opposite way. Keep the shoulders down, keep the lats engaged. Keep the circles small and narrow. Very good. From here, we're gonna reach out. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our hips to stay where it's at. Everything stays there. We're just reaching upper body to the side and to the side. So now we're getting at the we're getting that QL to reach at the bottom, pull a little bit, but we're not trying to pull too much where it stretches out. You can do with your shoulder here, what I'm doing now, you can lift towards the shoulder, reach out. Lift the shoulder, reach out. Now what you're gonna do from here is you're gonna lift the shoulder and you're gonna roll the arm over. Use the first joint, which is gonna be the shoulder, elbow, and then wrist. Same thing on this side. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, corkscrew, reach out apart, which means I have to drive my chest high. When I pull apart, chest high, pull out, roll out. Chest high. Keep the arms locked out. Reach both directions when you pull your chest up high. Don't reach back. Nice. Put your hands down. Shake your shoulders out. Now what we're going to do, since we're moving laterally, is we can actually exercise to lengthen out the lats. Okay? So now we get to lengthen out the lats, reaching and countering with the bottom hand going down, bicep next to your ear and not in front of your face. So you're reaching, big exhale, big exhale. Since we've been stabilizing our lats on the overhead, we get to pull and warm up. Big exhale through. Remember, every time you're moving, I'm going to over-exaggerate my exhales so you can hear my exhales so you know where to exhale. Standing nice and tall, okay? You can use the hip to open up, but don't overdo it. But we're gonna use a thoracic twist, okay? Let's start from the top. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna pull, like if I got my elbows out first. Then I'm gonna reach back, and that's gonna be your range here. If your shoulder's to your cheek, try to minimize and reach out more, okay? To lessen up the range, you'll be okay. But just pull the hip back nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy. Keep the core engaged. Big exhale through. Good, nice. Now let's work for the hinge. Got a lot of thoracic work going on the top. The bottom base area got a little tug. We could actually pull back and get the hamstrings to pull a little bit for the low back support. So here, now we get into the feet, get into the knees, tucking the hips in first, standing position. Before we release into the high hinge, retract, release the hips, push back high. High enough where you can put something on top of your back, right? So you come like nice and tall, tucking under the hips, back, tilt, back up, tuck, tilt, tilt. So use the hips for this one. Tucking underneath, tilting. Use the tilt, pushing back. You should feel your hamstrings load. If you get down here, there's no hamstring load other than just loading it for performance. Here we're just lengthening, okay? Nice. What we're gonna do here now is we're gonna reach overhead, bicep next to your ears, just like if we were doing these here, right? We did that earlier. We're gonna reach up high, but make sure your lats engage as you go. So starting here, feet hip width, we're gonna hinge back, and then watch my hips when I reach. I'm gonna reach back the hips as I counter and reach high. Lift the hands high, bicep next to ears, come right back to the top. Tuck the hips underneath. Reach. Keep the body strong, keep the core engaged. Don't go towards pain, don't go towards too much tension. From this position, lower yourself down nice and easy, belly to your lap. Okay, from here, I'm thinking about knuckle dragging. So my knuckles are dragging on the ground, and I'm just turning my thoracic to get my rib cage open. My hips are high, and I'm pushing back. So I'm supporting my low back. Big exhale through. Nice. From here, roll yourself up nice and easy. Let's get into the hips before we get to something like that again, which is going to be more rotation. So here we're thinking about using the hips on that 45. Remember we did the 45, 45. Except now when we go 45, we're going to push all the way out to that 45. And you're going to come right back up. So you're going to hip root, and then push back on that 45. Tucking the hips underneath, squaring up every time. So if you're doing this, try not to do this here down here. Push back, lift high. If you want to get higher, you can get higher. You just got to lift the hips up higher so you can get more of that rotation in the back line, the hamstrings, to catch the pull, okay? Nice. So now we've done all that. Let's think about hip hinge to the side, 45. Root your weight on that hip root leg. And what you're going to do is you're going to tuck. It's going to tuck underneath your hips. Tuck the hips, lean around. Now you're going to anteriorly tilt. And I'm in the side position. So I'm going to tilt, swing, turn, and just move the hips around. Tuck under. Exhale, move around. Tuck. Okay, big long range here. Now we're going to shorten it up. We're going to see if you can shorten it up. So still going into circles so that we can identify that circle first. Now see if you can go around these ranges in just the hip joints. Going the other way. Slow as you can to get that release. Nice. So from here, we're going to actually use all that together. So now we're thinking about using your feet to drive away the ground so you have stability, but you have soft knees and hips to actually be stable enough with the absorbing where you're rotating so that way it can counter the weight and still catch. So it looks like this. We'll hinge back, roll down. We're going to shoot our hips to the side like if we're doing a side 45 hip root. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually open up to the side here and drive my hip forward nice and easy. Slow down where you feel like there's pain. If you can't get up to that position, just go down here and open up what you can, okay? Just open up what you can when you're tight. The chances are your lats are probably too tight. Now, if your hands are here and you're working, try to build it up to your forehead if you can. Remember, you're shifting your hip forward. Once you get down and you shift around, you're going to press into the opposite leg, but you're going to squeeze your glutes. Hip goes forward and then back down to the ground. So remember, hands to the head. When you get to the back, hands to the chest, back to the head, down. Head, chest, down. Once you get to the ground, let's go the other way. Good, you gotta breathe through that, and exhale through. Nice and tall, perfect. Some of you guys have mats, some of you guys don't have mats. That's why we have to eliminate one movement called the spinal rock, which is one of my favorites. But we have modifications around everything so you can actually still have the benefits of what you guys are gonna learn. But we're not done yet. Let's get on the ground, okay? So what I'm gonna do here, let me go ahead and put this down just a little bit. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna push back my hips to my heels. And the reason why this is important is because it helps with this type of work. You see what I'm saying? So it just helps. So if you push back and you're landing your knees on the ground, there's no more tension here. But what we're working for is the upper body still. So now we're gonna pull a little bit on the lat line, and we're gonna get a little bit more control on the shoulder range when we're planting our hands down and rotating work, okay? So we're reaching out, just like this, okay? What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get my thumb, hide it underneath, and I'm gonna bend my other arm 45 degrees down, but I'm gonna roll my shoulder over just like you guys are doing arm screws, right? And you're just gonna keep that roll going back and forth. Make sure you pull the lat down at the very end. Here, reset and then go. It's easy to roll forward, but it's hard to reset back in if you don't put the effort in. Big exhale through. Let's go to the other side. This side here, drive the forearm down. And you're gonna roll, drop that shoulder, roll before the joint gets on the ground, and then roll on out. Make sure you pack the lat down, shoulder packs down. Big exhale through. Just use your shoulder first. Roll right back out. Good job, nice. From here, get our hand position, and we're just thinking about the anterior tilt, and we're thinking about also the shoulder roll back. So we're thinking about shoulders rolling back, screwing into the ground, okay? So this is the resting position. This is the ready position. You wanna lift. In this position, you got your hips relaxed, but you also want to tuck your hips underneath to get yourself nice and round out. And then tilt the butt back more to pull the chest high, roll the shoulders. Same thing, keep the shoulders rolled back and keep tilting, tucking. Tuck underneath and back. Try not to go towards pain and try not to go towards too much tension that's restricting you to get there where you hold your breath. Very good. In this position now, we're gonna have you guys open your stance. So we're gonna have one leg out. And all you're gonna do here is you're just gonna go mild. Try not to go too wide. If you have range, go for it. But those that don't, you don't have to go too wide. You can just get into the hip as you go doing this the whole time. So the foot in the back, I got toes on the ground. And the heel, so I got my heel straight up to the ceiling in the back, okay? It's parallel with the knee. And all I'm gonna do here is reach out, pull chest high, and just move forward. Don't drop the hips so much where you're gonna pinch your low back. Just go to the point where you feel your knee, the knee on the ground that's anchored, having the hip pull, and also hip in the adductor, right? Pushing back, big exhale, just a mild movement. Good, we're gonna move to the other leg, but make sure, like I said, when you reach out, you plant and you know where your heels are at. So the heels up high, knees to the ground, you're moving forward and back. You're trying to be loose, and you're trying to get yourself without having to be too tense and too tight in areas that you're trying to get to. You don't want to go there. You want to make sure you're just staying in your lane where you can loosen up. Very good. Sitting on the ground. Most of you know shin box switches, some of you don't. But we'll have our hands behind our back so we keep the structure. Most people like to go without. But if you don't, you can always have your hands behind your back, and I'll make sure you guys know what that looks like. So starting with your fingertips back behind you, your chest nice and tall. Okay, we're gonna identify the feet being flat first, and you're gonna fold the feet over so the legs go over first. So it goes one, and then this hip follows over, okay? So staying nice and tall, all you're working for is just the motion of the fold. And go slow so your hip can feel the pull as you're working. Okay, so it makes your body want to go that direction. So what you're gonna do is if it goes this direction, pulls your body in, you can sit and stand nice and tall into your position and go back to your hands and go to the opposite side. Hands to your position. Nice and easy. And try not to get too wide or travel with sliding your feet around, okay? It's just over to the opposite side. From here, last thing, we're just gonna lift the hips, but we're not lifting to the side, we're lifting straight ahead. Straight ahead as you lift, and then you're gonna reach straight up high to get yourself to get the thoracic twist involved. Right back in, tilting your butt back, opposite side. Same thing, hip goes forward. And you're trying to get that thoracic twist up top. Pull back in, opposite side. Nice and easy. And we're doing these ground engagements because we're gonna be on the ground. We're gonna be doing things. We're also gonna be on our feet. But you're gonna learn how to get to the ground every time. And being on the ground every time means takes work. So it's time to work. What do you say, guys? Ready to work? Can't hear you guys, but let's work. Let's start on the first movement. Now the movements I have here for you guys, and it's a modified FlowFit. It's explaining, the squat, the sit through knees, the mountain climber twist, and the hip bridge, but it's a tabletop hip bridge using two hands. So we're gonna isolate with certain movements that a lot of people have a lot of freedom with, like a lot of tripods, some of you guys know that. But what we're doing is we're also trying to structurally engage. CST is to prep the body, and we're trying to use the tissues and the joints to work together effectively, so that way we're able to manage good physical fitness improvements. And with that, life deteriorates the body if the body's not using or doing enough. to create these outlets. So let's get into the first thing. First thing is going to be the squat, okay? Here we go, squat. So the engagement, and you know what? Since Nestor was nice enough, I'm going to go ahead and add in one more movement, which is the quad press, okay? So there's going to be a total of 5 movements total. So we're going to work these together, and the first one is a squat. So the squat, you want to be hip width just for this one, okay? So when you're hip width, you're able to identify your structure with the counterbalance. This is the counterbalance here. I don't want to use this as a reaching forward, because then now you're getting into a hingey squat, and that's not what I want. Reaching forward means using it as a counterbalance, and I'm going to use my hands, like if I got a remote control, pressing the button, both sides, my shoulders are going to roll back and down. Everything's nice and tight back there, okay? As I do that, I'm going to go ahead into my squat. But the squat's going to be seated position. Seated position. If you're down here, it's resting position. So you want to be in the seated position, okay? Coming up to the top. So let's go ahead and do that together. Try to go my speed, because I'm going to be doing this with you guys the whole time. Let's go a good solid 5, okay? Remember, if you feel tension in the hips and you're like, whoa, I feel tension right away, don't go there, okay? You just want to make sure you're easy with your hips when you're doing this, because we're going to engage the ground every time. So, counterbalance, and we're going to our squat. That's 1, back in. That's 2. That's 3. So right now is a good time to figure out where you're tight, where you need to improve and modify your range. And this is 5 here. Great. Now, some of you guys probably have different squats than that. No problem. But for today, we're just going to show you how all this rhythmic multi-planar movement is going to work, how it's going to work. So you have the squat. That's going to be the first thing, okay? The first thing. And it's always going to be the next thing as well. And I'll explain that to you. But what we're going to do here now is start something different. Squat, and you're going to lean forward for hand engagement, okay? So let's try that. So we'll go 5 of those reps. And it looks like this. Squatting down, and you're going to have your hands out. I'm going to lean my knees forward with my body this time. I can't stay back here vertical. So as I engage the ground, I'm going to reach with my hands. My body's going to reach with my hands. Reach, engage, knees are going to go down, okay? So try not to keep too high, engage, so that way you're able to sit back if you need to. But then when you push back, that's the whole important part. If you're too high here, you can't push back, you push back like this. So if you stay with your knees down, you're able to push back and come back up, okay? So let's go ahead and work those mechanics. We'll go slow. So big inhale, exhale down. We're going to reach out, hands, palms out, reach body forward, catch nice and easy. Knees go down, don't drop the knees down. But now you're going to drive your heels back. You're going to push your arms back to your heels. Just stand right back up. Okay? Let's try that 4 more times. Reach. Reach. Keep the core engaged, keep the body engaged. Try not to lean too far forward. I think this is 4. Push back. Last one, right? I think so. Down, reach. Some of you guys might find that coming back is worse. It's getting worse just because it's loading up the legs. That's what we want. But we don't want you to hold your breath on that part. We want you to breathe into that part and engage out of it, okay? So, you learn to squat and you learn to lean forward. The next one is going to be your sit through, okay? We're probably going to go through this just a little bit longer just because some of you guys might have questions and I don't want to go too fast. But the basic squat into engaging the ground, very important, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to get to the ground and let you see what a sit through leg looks like. So being on the ground, you have your fours hip width, hands to the ground, screwing everything in. What you're trying to do is you're trying to keep looking to the ground, okay? Feet to the ground, pushing back. So you're not forward all the way here. Push it back, right? Once you push it back, you're able to use your heel as a pivot, okay? So when I move, if I want to take this leg, turn underneath, I can just drop my knee down just so you can see what it looks like, okay? Here to here. Right here. The hip's gonna work the whole time here, okay? Back here, here, here. What we're gonna do from there is now we're gonna bypass that landmark. We're gonna bypass that landmark and drive the leg through, but we have to have our hip go to the standing flat foot heel. So it looks like this. Pushing back, turn, okay? Remember this knee on the ground. We're gonna float it. We're gonna push into the ground. So now we got release in the trap and we're engaging the lats. This heel is gonna stay high even when I turn all the way out. So this leg comes off and I'm gonna reach, pulling my hip forward, but also addressing the drive away with the shoulders. You wanna pack down the shoulder, lock in the lats. And you got the heel high in the back, okay? Shooting the leg to the side. Try not to get too close to this leg or get too high up here. Straight down the line. Now, with my head in my thoracic, watch this. Watch my shoulder and watch this shoulder. I need to line up. Lining up in towards the ground, keeping your eyes to the ground and not to the side. This side's too much rotation. Keeping yourself engaged with this rotation, packed in shoulder, feels better. Come inside, pull the leg in, reset the body, and place the hand back. You're gonna feel the load on this leg, but you're gonna switch it to the opposite side. But what we're gonna do is let's address that side first 3 times, okay? Here we go. So you're gonna drive the knee to the middle. Hand comes off, press off the ground, and drive the leg straight down, looking to the ground the whole time. So keep your eyes on the ground, pull back in, hand places down, do that again, keep looking at the ground. You can place your foot on the ground if you want to, okay? But ideally, it should be floating up, okay? Having this heel driving out, okay? The back heel, when I'm pressing out, should be floating, okay? Heel should be up, not flat. So then you go to the opposite side. We're gonna turn, drop the knee down, opposite hand comes off, carry the leg, get that whole leg out there, but make sure your body's facing the ground, okay? You pull back, same thing, keep looking at the ground. This shoulder wants to hike up, try to drive away more. Pull back, big exhale through. Good. Now let's put those two together, alternating each side, so that way you know what it feels like to transition. Try not to get carried away and sliding your feet back, okay? Make sure you reset the feet the same spot you start every time. So here, we're gonna go 1, turn, right? This foot's out, I turn in, everything's tight. Let's go, 2, 1. Try to drive the shoulders down. Big exhale on the movement all the way through. Try to push away, try not to lean forward. And done. So what we're gonna do is take those 3 we learned and put them together, okay? So we're going to the squat, lean forward, and we got the sit through leg. But after that, there'll be more things to work with. So in the squat position, 1, reach out, turn knee, pull out, keep looking down, other side. Where your feet are at, you're gonna push back like we learned. Push back, heel, all the way up. Let's try that again. Let's go for 4 more. Last one. Good. Hope I'm still in frame. Push back, back up. Very good. Okay. Professor, we good with questions? Professor on there? Hope so. Okay. All right, so now you guys got that. We'll go into the quad press. Quad press is where you flare your knees out, okay? But you keep those feet out wide as well. So what we're gonna do is modify it so everyone can do it. But we're gonna keep it still conceptual to what we're doing. So on the ground, you're gonna have your feet apart, same position as if you were trying to engage into a leg sit up. But now, you wanna flare the knees out. You wanna get this tilt here, right? So this tuck and tilt, you're gonna have this position ready for it to get your belly button towards the ground. So you're trying to get your hip and shoulders aligned on the way down. So that it's going down the same time. You don't wanna be like this, okay? And I'll show you what I mean. Try not to do this, okay? Or try not to do this. It's weird. I can't even do it wrong. This one. I see people do that too. Make sure you're engaging the hips the whole time and you're trying to stay nice and neutral, okay? So what it looks like is flaring the knees out and you're gonna press into the ground, pushing into the ground, fingertips forward, and then you're gonna come right back up. Same thing, and then right back up, okay? Knees stay flared out constantly so that way you guys understand what that external rotation feels like constantly, okay? By holding it there to stabilize it. So let's try that, okay? Make sure you only go down the range you can go. If you start to go down too far here, it's too much, okay? So let's get into the position. Now when you flare out, remember, use the ground with your hands, spread your fingers out nice and wide, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can tell the more and more you press down there, you want to squeeze the ground using the outside of your hands, okay? So if you felt like your hands were doing this, that's okay. That's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have that outside line of the hand. But at the same time, if you felt like your hips were opening up more as you were going down, that's what you should be doing too. You should be underlining that as well, okay? Okay, let's put those together. And we'll go about three reps through, 3 times through. So that way you guys can kind of get it as you go and we don't have too much time spending on this with too many reps. Here we go. Gazing down, forward, leg sit out, Pushing back, heels up. Remember the quad press, okay? Down, reach forward, flare out, come up, back up, pushing back to the top. Let's go back down, forward, exhale through, exhale through. What we're gonna do now is push back, feet to the ground, back up. We're gonna get into the next thing, quad press. Reach out, flare, push back, right back up. One more time. And pace the rhythm, pace yourself. Bingo, there it is. So you guys have the squat, leaning forward, sit through leg, and then you have your quad press. Next thing we're gonna do is a mountain climber twist. Mountain climber twist, you gotta stay in this mountain climber position with your knees in the front, okay? So if we get in the ground, you're thinking about a mountain climber position, but you're not thinking about outside mountain climber. Once you get to the mountain climber position, it should be knee inside. So this knee should be inside. So from this position, I'm able to roll this back leg, but this back leg needs to be locked out, straight, okay? Once you turn, you're gonna turn with this knee here, okay? You're gonna turn. Driving this hip down, nice and easy. Once you drive the knee down, make sure you're still driving away, pressing into the ground. Lats squeezing in, turn in, grab with your rounded back, here, and lift up tall. Use your stomach first, and then chest high, hook. Come back around. And then if you're here, pull, round it out back, drive up, lift, pull back around. Not out here, but here. Does that make sense? So let's try it out. I'll try a couple here with you guys, go in this direction, and then I'll do it the opposite, or 45-degree angle. Here we go. I'll just do one on each side. Okay, other side, I'll do this angle. Lock the leg out when you twist. Keep that leg locked out. And when you drive it down, bring everything in. Remember, bottom hand. You're gonna lock in, and this stomach pulls nice and tall. Back in, reach around, switch. Okay, try not to do this. Try to keep yourself low, okay? Switching low, other side. Okay? I'll keep doing that while you guys keep doing it. Some of you guys are probably still trying to filter that in. Let's keep doing a couple more. Okay. All right. So let's put those together, okay? All together now. One squat down. Engage. Legs sit up. Legs sit up. Push back to heels. Back to your squat. Nice and tall. Quad press, but this time you have to squat down and do the same thing forward. This time, flaring out and keeping yourself nice and tall, and then coming right back up. Pushing back. After that, mountain climber twist. I'm gonna switch like this. Knee inside the middle, turning the hips underneath, pulling yourself nice and tall. Remember, this foot here, pull the toes back towards you. Not forward, but pull back, okay? All the way through. Other side, turn. Pull your toes back. Lift the crown of your head all the way back out. From here, hop to your squat. Right back up. Let's do it again, okay? This time, I'm not gonna say so much, but try to follow the speed. Here we go. Squatting, engaging the ground, okay? You're engaging the ground. There it is, okay? So that's the pattern for those three. You got one more. The last one is gonna be the hip bridge to tabletop. That tabletop position is gonna be very tricky for a lot of you guys. It's because we have restrictions in our bodies now. Don't get too frustrated with yourself. Allow the exhale to go to the range that you can go. Just remember to respect the range. If you don't respect the range, you're gonna hurt yourself somewhere by using too much force where your range is saying timeout, okay? So let's try that here. Two ways to do this. One, you can sit your butt on the ground, or you could have it floating off the ground. What I like to do in this position is release the bottom hip, which will release the low back, but just actively engage still with your feet engaging the ground. So what I'm trying to do here for the one movement that has the butt on the ground, is what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to place my fingers outside my body, right? I'm trying to squeeze my shoulder blades and drive my hands inside. Squeeze, drive inside, and all I'm doing is thinking about is lifting straight up with my hips. But I have to pull back my shoulders with my chest and not crunch myself into it, okay? So lift the chest high first, look up at the ceiling, then apply the hip extension. Tilt the hips back down, nice and easy. Float or land the hips on the ground, okay? Let's try a couple here. Make sure your hands are squeezed in together as much as you can, okay? Pinching the shoulder blades back, just like this. And then you're applying the hip lift. Stabilizing, okay? So let's try about 5 of those. Here we go. 2, 1. Lean back, hips forward. That's 1. Keep looking up. That's 2. Your shoulders should be screaming. But you should be driving away, increasing a lot of tension from there, because that's where we hold a lot of our tension. And this is the range where we're breaking through in a good way. Yeah, we're trying to get to the range that we can get to. And just feeling all that pull. Good. Now what I'm gonna ask you to do is, how are we gonna get into that position if we're gonna squat down, right? Best way to do it is to start in the squat position, and then that's to show you the transition, okay? So as we get down there, think about it like this. Exhale down. you're gonna drop your butt down to the heels, okay? As much as you can. If you can't, get to the ground immediately, all right? Which means you have to position yourself to sit on the ground and get yourself to that position. So carefully do that. Don't go too fast. And if you gotta get back up to your feet, keep pushing, sliding your hand until you can, but don't come up like this. Always come up with your chest high, all right? So let's try that real quick. 1, don't let this heel come off the ground. Don't do this, okay? See if you can reach outside to the side, okay? Plant the opposite arm behind you, then readjust this hand. Then you're able to lift your hip, okay? Now, drop your hip, or you can reach forward with your floating hip. Reaching forward with your floating hip is driving your hip to your heels. So I'm gonna use my hand to counterbalance. Counter, counter. The second arm comes forward. So this hand needs to come forward to get the full counter. Pull chest high, okay? One more time, let's try it out. Reach, reach, adjust, down, here, move, or walk yourself up, back up. Pull the chest high every time you do this, all right? That's the most important thing to do. So let's go ahead and do a couple and do the whole thing together, okay? Try the opposite way. Adjust, down. If your butt's on the ground, you could actually scoot to one side and then try to pull the chest high, okay? Here we go, 2, 1, the last one. Reaching. Good. I hope you guys don't have too many questions, otherwise it'd be hard to start. But hopefully you guys are okay. So we got all those in. Now let's put them all into play, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna micro search through all you guys to make sure everyone's doing it right. Me, Nestor, and hopefully Professor Crane. But right now, they're gonna see you while I do this with you to see if you guys need trouble, or if you guys have trouble and need some help. So what they'll do, and if they see something, they may type on your screen for some cues, but just make sure to inherit that into the next thing you're gonna do, which is 5 times through with this thing. But I'm thinking maybe you guys should go through a little bit more than that, because we've been going through it like 3 to 5 times. So what I'm gonna do is put you guys on the clock after this to see how well you guys can perform during fatigue, which means don't surrender to fatigue. Give yourself in, commit more to get in here and improve your joint and tissues working together efficiently for that physical strength improvement, okay? Okay, everything together now. So I will go through it with you 5 times. We'll take a quick break, see if you have any questions, and then we're gonna begin, all right? So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, we have 1 squat. We're gonna reach forward. We have a leg sit out. Keep looking forward. You can drop the foot down or you can hike the foot up, okay? Push back to your heels, butt goes straight down, chest high. Coming straight down, that quad press. Remember, it's a modified quad press where you flare the knees out, get down, then press yourself back up to push back. Okay, sitting down, nice and easy on the way up. That part, try to settle in and relax, don't tense up. Then you guys have the what? Mountain climber 2, twist. Mountain climber twist. Twist underneath, pull high, bring back in. What you're gonna do here is with your switch, think about switching low. On the side. Other way, make sure you pull the back foot toes up. You're gonna come back into your squat, sitting low, pull the chest high here. Now we go to that bridge, tabletop. Down, reach back, reach forward, back up, okay? We usually do it 2 on each side. I want to see if you guys can do it just on one side, just in case some of you guys have trouble. I will allow for some of you guys to go each side, which means it looks like this. One table, swing over to the opposite side, table, okay? And then back up. But for those out there, stick to one side. And if you're always reaching to one side in the beginning process, try going to the opposite side too, okay? All right, let's go through it now. And 4 times without me talking, let's go. Here we go. Try to keep up and try to stay with me. Try not to beat me because we want to see how long the resilience can go in your body. 2, 1. Or other side if you want, or just keep it at 1. Here we go, keep going. 2 more. Back up. Right here. Last one. Good work. Look, I'm sweaty. All right, guys. So, let me see if I see Alberto Cran, Professor.
Hey, Isaac. Awesome.
Okay,
we're gonna have Coach Castana come in at about 11 a.m. my time. So in about 1 hour and 15 minutes, just to let everybody know. So I'm really excited
Perfect.
about that.
All right, so I was just wondering, Nestor.
Yes.
Can I go ahead and time these guys? Maybe we can look at them and see how they're moving.
Yes, of course.
Okay. You want me to set that time?
Yes, sure.
All right. Just be 10 minutes. That's it.
Good.
Okay. Okay, guys. Got you on radar. If you guys can position your cameras, or if you have cameras, so I can check you out. The coaches can check you out. Christopher Kirk, what's up, brother? All right. We're going to start here. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Start that squat. Remember, 10 minutes. You guys got to concentrate. If you guys are moving too fast through the drills later on, you got to slow it down a little bit. Find more efficiency rather than creating more stress for your body and then creating more panic. Find the range, move. Don't hold the breath. Breath works every time. You guys look incredible. If some of you guys have good hip range, or if your hip range is tight and you go too far down in your squat, lessen your range. So that way you don't have too much aches and pain in the low back. Unless you have that range, you can comfortably get into it. But just don't stress your squats. Nice. Good job.
Derek.
Sean, Angie, Greg, very good.
Christopher.
Yeah, Christopher.
Chris Kirk.
Alliance champions, good work over there. I see your squat. You're using those legs.
Jiu-jitsu in the house.
Hugh and Tom, nice. Tom taking a break. It's okay, man. I see you, though. I see you. Good job, brother. Derek, looking solid, man. Sonny, always looking good, girl. Nice living room, by the way. Jacqueline. Dang, everybody on this list is good. Mark, good job. Aldo, very good. Marion, good. Alexandra, good work over there. Man, you guys are all looking great. Oscar, Brian, train up. Is an iPad de l'evolutionary? Ria. ASUSKY. There it is. We have L, just the L, letter L. Hey, good work over there. Is it Elise? Elise, right? Elise over there. I see you way over there. And then Brian, good work. You're taking a break there. I see you, buddy. That's all right. Keep up with it. Let's see where you guys are at now. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Not bad. Juan Rojas, I see you and a partner. Good work. Winnie, looking good over there. Strong.
TACFIT Columbia.
TACFIT Columbia. Can't forget about TACFIT Columbia. Sebastian D. Oh, my God. There he is. I was looking for you, buddy. Ooh, Farian. Looking good. Yeah. Rosa, nice squad. Floriano, nice. Lucio, good. I like these angles, guys. Mavon. Lily Ninja. Yeah. Gia. Aaron, Dirty Red in there. Jay Archer. Jay Archer, where are you, man? Oh, my God.
I want to see Dexter. Dexter's staying up all night. He's from Singapore.
Oh, okay.
It's like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning there.
Very good. Oh, Victoria's in here. Everyone's in here. This is great. Most of you guys have your screens on. It's good. Alan Lima. Nice. Always doing good, buddy. Brazil in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adrian. Yes, sir. Jonathan, how we doing, bud? Good. Greg doing good. Solid work here, guys. You guys are coming up on 5 minutes. All you got to do is just worry about moving, breathing. At this point, you should feel fatigue kicking in just a little bit. Maybe not in the whole 5 movements, but maybe 2 movements that are just really kicking your butt, making you, hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Make sure you exhale through the movements and don't go to a comfortable range. Go to a range where you can engage. Okay? Lots of engagement, guys. I really like the focus, guys. I like your TACFIT shirts. I like your living rooms looking all prepped up. I see everyone working hard. I love it. Man, these are solid movements.
Derek Medina representing with his TACFIT shirt. Love it. Love it. Yeah. Those tables are looking good.
Derek Medina got my shirt on, man. What's going on?
Love it.
This is great. Sonny, wipe the sweat away. Very good, guys. Nice. Wow, powerful. iPad. They're revolutionary. Yeah, looking good, brother. Mark over there, I see you moving, turning, it's burning. I like it. Turning and burning. Ah. Very good. Aldo, good.
We have a father and son team. Sean and Sebastian, different states, training together.
Right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You guys passed the halfway. Sean, Sebastian, brothers. Jonathan looks good, brother. I like how you pulled. Good pull. Good pull, good twist. Nice. Way to stand up, Adrian. That's good. Good structure, good alignment. Good job. Alan, good engagement on the way down. Nice leg sit-outs there, Greg. Way to focus. Angie, oh, look at that hip range. Girl, you got range in those hips. Good. Very good. Sean, way to twist it, buddy. Way to twist it.
Nice, Tom. Keep
Vampera,
doing those tables. Keep doing those tables. Make them your best friend.
Oh, yeah. Alliance champions looking good over there. Way to work. Jose Milan Lozano, I like your white shirt. Good twist cue. I like that. Good work.
Bien, esa Colombia, Bogotá, bonita.
Bonita. Tom, good work. Derek, good work. In that squat. Sonny, good squat.
Alexandra, molt bé, eh? Ahí, dándolo todo.
Incredible work, guys. Incredible work. You guys are coming up on 7 minutes. 7 minutes coming up.
Shake it out, Mark. Shake it out. Just shake it out. And then restart, Shake it out.
Anytime you need to shake it out, guys. Reset your bodies. There you go.
Vibration, exhales, right? Get the heart rate down.
Absolutely. But always keep the breath going. Keep your structure going. You want to commit more here to your structure, your technique. Your technique wants to go out the window and your body wants to compensate. So you have to turn it on or take the rest. If you take the rest, honor the rest, recover, restore, and get back on the floor, okay? Heart rate, good, Aldo. Way to check your heart rate, buddy. That's good. Good, shake it off. Good job. Way to work, guys. Nestor, their hips are going to be all fresh for you, buddy.
Yeah, brother. Let's see the heart rate as well, because
yeah, well, they
will
should
be destroyed.
they should be all right. They should be all right.
Okay.
Heart rate from the tight hips.
Hey guys, feel free to shake it out, right? If you feel your heart rate getting up too much, use your hands.
Yep.
It's about you feeling good, right?
Wherever you feel the tension, if you feel it in your traps and you're not engaging your shoulders and you feel your traps more, shake the tension away from there because it doesn't belong there. Your hips, if you're going too low in your squat and the engagement's gone, that means your low back is going to hurt. So don't do that either. You want to make sure you shake out areas that muscles are fatiguing, that hold support to the point A, point B that you're going to. Just make sure you do this very manageable, control everything that's going on in your body. And the control comes with the recovery. So think about the recovery, controlling your body with recovery. Guys, you're coming up on 1 minute left. Let's go. Doing good. Doing good. And then you guys are free to get water, free to kind of move around, let it go. Nestor's going to show you how to use those hips and muscles.
Utilizar la respiración. Queda ya menos de 1 minuto, 30 segundos. Respiración para hacer el movimiento más fluido.
Yeah. Find the fluidity here, guys. If you can't find fluidity, just remember technique. You got to breathe through the tension. You're either making tension or you're either half tension. You want to breathe through that. Okay, 30 seconds, guys. Try not to panic. Just keep going the same tempo. You want the engagement there. Remember, your heart rate's up because you are activating engagement, but that doesn't mean strength levels are being applied. That's going to happen later with Nestor. Nestor is going to give you the hammer. 10 seconds, guys. All right, now 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Way to work. Way to work. Good. Good job. Normally, we would have you guys count your rounds, but right there, not really. I mean, we really want to identify you guys thinking about the movements, thinking about how you guys are engaging your body and what access is appropriate and what is not. So they say movement is medicine, but they also say not all movement is good movement. As long as you can put technique towards that, then you're good to go, okay? Nestor.
Okay. Thank you, Easy. Very good.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. That was great work.
Okay, Easy. Okay, thank you. Professor Crane was telling us that Scott will be jumping in at 8 o'clock our time, 11 o'clock Pacific Coast time. So estábamos diciendo que Scott Sonon entrará para deciros hola y charlar con vosotros a las 11 de la mañana allí y a las 8 de la noche aquí. ¿Ok? Muy bien. After this warm-up, after this workout with the Viking Ninja Isik, we will be doing some exercises, TACFIT exercises. Some of them will be an evolution that the ones that many of you know, so no worries. It will be just trying the technique, trying some progressions and some regressions, and let's see how we do it, okay? Also, we will be doing a protocol at the end. It will be a 30-30 protocol with the 5 exercises we will be practicing now. And let's see how you deal with the stress and how you recover from the intensity part during these 30 seconds. Okay, I will show you some techniques to recover faster. And well, let's see, and let's try. Okay, if you want to grab some water and do some stuff that you need now, 2 minutes. And we'll be starting in 2-3 minutes, okay? No worries, and drink some water, go to the toilet if you need it, and let's...
Coach Nestor, please unmute me. I mean, not unmute me, put my video on. I feel like I can't look at anybody.
Okay, I can do it, but...
I want to look at people.
I know, right? I was like, "Where's Alberto?" I was trying to find Alberto.
You have to accept Alberto.
There we go. All right.
Oh, there we go. Okay, now I could chat with you. I couldn't chat with you.
Yes, I was putting your video off because we can see all the people how they're moving, and so if any one of the guys that I put the video off, do you want the video on? Just let me know and I can allow you. Okay, 2 minutes more.
And I love seeing all these guys, you know, Aldo and, you know, Christopher, Chris, you know, Kirk from Arizona, you know, Derek, you know, I met, I don't know, a couple years ago now at the TACFIT cert, you know, Alliance Champions, I forgot your name, sir. Black belt from, I think, is it North Carolina? But just seeing all you guys, where you guys from? You can write in the chat, or maybe Nestor, you can unplug them. You can write in the chat. think North Carolina, right? You guys from North Carolina? In the South somewhere, close to the South. Black belt. They have, looks like an amazing facility. Love to visit you guys one of these days. Seeing you guys do these tables, right? Those are, it's like the regression, right? And TACFIT for the tripod, but for me, it's like, I got to make it my best friend, especially the guys with big shoulders, big, big strong chests, Billy, nice. Where you guys from? Billy and Laura? Monterey? No, Aaron Cruz from Monterey, California. Team leader, legend. Greenville, South Carolina. That's right. All right, great to see you guys in here. Great to see everybody. Tom
Sí, Oscar, voy a hacer traducción de puntos claves de la técnica, ¿ok? I will be translating some of the key points of the technique to Spanish, and if Italian or Alan, do you need traduction to Português? No? Se você precisa, eu posso traduzir a português. Okay, guys, let's moving on. We have 5 exercises. Okay, 5 exercises. The first one, it will be the tactical front lunge, and we'll be doing a progression of that exercise. First of all, you have to put your stance shoulder wide, a little bit, sometimes a little bit more open, depending on your hips and everything. So now, this is an exercise to go down to the floor as fast as possible. So the first thing that we have to do is go down here and up. We do a step forward and we go down on a vertical movement. And then we go up and we go to the initial position. Okay, so put your shoulder wide with your feet and do this step forward and go down. Stay here with the knee touching the floor. Stay in this position and check your feet that it's on the same lines, train tracks, yes? And try to press with the forward feet on that direction, diagonal direction, at the same time that your back feet is pressing on the opposite direction. So I'm from this position, I'm pressing in these 2 directions to go up, and then to go down. Try to just control the movement. If you can't do it slow, you can do it fast. So be slow, pressing on these 2 directions. From this position, knee on the floor, press and controlling and down. Knees open. Yes, activate your glutes at the same time that you are pressing with your quads. Again, up, slow, and down. Okay, let's change the feet. You can change here, just 1 and 2, or you can change going up and going down again. Okay, let's do it on the other side. Remember, I'm not pressing the floor down. I'm pressing the floor on that direction. So I'm here and I'm pressing the floor in that direction. So I'm more stable here. Yes, up and down, slow. Try to count in 4 seconds more or less. And pressing here, extend and bend your knees. Good. Again, one more. Press up on both directions and down. Yes, good. Let's go up and to the initial position. Okay, so when you go down, you have to control these 2 directions to be more stable. So I do my step and I go down and I'm feeling my glutes activated once I'm stopping down and I press back. Okay, let's do the other side. Pump press, and up. Okay, again, 1 and 2. The other side, 1 and 2. Okay, look at my elbows. My elbows are open. Yes, because I want now to focus, I want you to focus on these elbows. Do this movement for me like, chum. Put your elbows on your rib cage here. At the same time that you exhale, strong and short. Like making somebody to shut up. Okay? So that's what we have to do down. I do my step and I go back. Do my step and I go down. When I'm on the down position, when I'm almost on the floor, I to break down and up and up. Okay, do 5 reps each side for me, please, so I can see your technique. Okay, good. Very good, Sin. Very good. Okay. Okay, guys, one more thing. One more thing. Look at me, because this is very important. I'm not going forward and down. I'm not doing this and this. I'm just going down and forward. I'm going down and forward. So my direction is this one. Yes? And I try to rebound. It's and up. And up. Okay? Let's do 5 reps. Putting your mind on that. Focusing on that. Just rebound and go back. Boom. Boom. Okay? If you want to touch the floor, you can touch the floor with the knee. Don't forget your elbows in. Yes, elbows in, and don't forget that. Sunni, don't forget your elbows in, okay? Yes. Yes, good. And your back must be straight. Look at one more thing here. When I'm doing this movement, look at my back. My body is on one line here and going up. I'm not forward, leaning forward here. I'm straight because I want to go back as fast as possible. Yes? Now, the progression of these exercises. This exercise. Look at me. I'm not doing the back step progression. I'm just doing this. I'm on the middle of the mat and I put my weight on my toes and I'm doing the step to go down as fast as possible. And I go up here on the toes. And now I go down, squeezing all the body. And up. Down and up. And up. Okay, try this one. Try this one. This is a progression, one of the progressions of the tactical front lunge. Yes? To go down as fast as possible. Try this one. From your toes, I go down and up. Yes? Try it. Yes, very good. Yes. Yes, guys. So let me show you one thing. It should be called the falling tactical lunge. Why? Because I'm falling down. I'm not going down. I'm not breaking down. I just fall down, and at the very end of the movement, I stop and I touch. So listen. What the sound. It's, I will exaggerate. Boom. Yes. So I just keep out the weight of my feet, and I go down as fast as possible. putting my weight with the gravity. So I'm here. I'm here. I put the weight on the toes to have more feelings, good feelings for that. But you can do it here if you want. Boom, boom. Okay? So let's do 5 more, and just to try to disconnect and connect. I'm disconnected, disconnect. I'm disconnected here, connect. Okay? Do it 5 for me each side. On the toes if you want, or flat foot. Yes, very good. So you have the 2 progressions. You have the 2 progressions to do. The first one is going forward, boom, and the second one is going just vertically, boom. One foot is going forward, the other foot is going backward, okay? This is the first exercise. Okay, the second exercise. Look at me, look at me, look at the distance. This is the width of my feet. The width of my feet is the same one, yes? One, if I put my feet on one line, my foot on one line, and I do the step, palm, okay? Then I have a square here, a square. Okay, I want my hands and my feet on this square. Here, yes? Here is the base ground for the quad press that we are going to do now. Lift the weight, and now open your knees. It's the same wide, open your knees. Don't do this, just the same wide. Open your knees and close your elbows here. Once I'm going down and press. I'm going down, open the knees, elbows in, and press. Okay? It is very important here to squeeze the whole body, to squeeze the abdominals, to squeeze, to be more stable, and then to transfer the forces of your legs and your arms to your body on a more efficient way, So that's why, if I'm here, boom, I go down this position. This is more or less one palm distance, and now I go down squeezing, but my body, my abs are squeezing at the same time. And pressing out, pressing in with the elbows. Okay? Putting the weight on the external part of the hand, but grabbing the floor, and up. Okay, this is the first progression. Try again. I know you have done it on the FlowFit, but try it again. Try again. 5, 10 reps.
Like a dietitian. So like a nutrition 101 or something. And you get some involved in it.
Squeeze, squeeze. Yes, good. Don't relax down, okay? Look at me, guys. Many of you you have done TACFIT, okay? Or you have done other functional trainings for sure, because I can see that. Look at the body position. The body position, it's this one. It's on the hollow body position, okay? Because I want you to be more stable here, more stable. So I'm on a quad position here, and I do on the same position. So here, I want you, the same concept we were doing on the lunge is the same concept I want you to try now on this exercise. So lift the weight of one hand and the opposite foot. So I lift here, the weight here, and this foot is pressing not down, it's pressing that way, that direction, diagonal, opposite direction of the hand. So I'm pressing these two directions on this exercise. So I'm here, I'm pressing out, and my hand is pressing that direction, my foot that. Stay 5 seconds in each position, lifting the weight of one hand and the opposite foot. Try it. And go and change side. Yes, good. And press, don't press to the floor. Press diagonally. Very good. Yes, very good. But don't try to lift a lot, very high the hand. You don't have to. You just press here. I'm stable here, good. And I change here. I'm stable here, good. Now, this position, look at the square always, the square. This position, I lift and I put my knee on the point that I had my hand. Yes, and now I change. Boom. Lift, turn, and change. Lift, turn, and change. Go ahead. Try it. Put your knee on the position of your hand. Okay, one thing, guys, I know that some of you are very stable, but don't relax your joints. So because I can see that some of you're controlling the movement, but here you are like this. I don't want this relaxation of the shoulder. The scap must be very close to the rib cage. Pressing the rib cage. So try to lift and now turn. I don't put my heel. I'm not putting my heel on the floor. I'm just on my toes. Here I'm on my toes. Firm and stable. Don't go down. Don't drop down. Press here and the other side. Lift, pump, and go. Lift, pump, and go. 5 more. 5 more. Very good. Put the knee on, if you touch the floor, don't relay on the floor, but touch the floor. Yes, very good. Now guys, what we're going to do, the base switch. From here, lift and pump. And I go back, lift, pump, lift, knee, down. I'm connected, I'm not relaxed. I'm connected here, lift here and initial position. Boom. First, before moving, lift the weight. Okay? Go. 5 and 5. 5 and 5. Put 25% of your weight on each hand and foot. Irmão. Primero, joelho, la posição de la mano. Depois, pum. Joelho no es joelho aquí. Primero la rodilla, chicos. Perdón, me he ido equivocado, he dicho que traduciría. ¿Vale? Entonces, fijaros en el concepto del cuadrado, ¿vale? La misma distancia que yo tenía en mi lunge, ¿vale? Que un pie iba adelante, otra atrás, es donde pongo mis manos aquí. Desde aquí, roto, y llevo la rodilla donde está la mano. ¿Bien? Y desde aquí es donde hago el pam. Y cambio. Hop. Primero levanto el peso, rodilla y pie. ¿Bien? Controlando bien ese equilibrio. En todo momento hay una fuerza que empuja en diagonal y una fuerza opuesta que empuja en diagonal. Esto me dará mucha más estabilidad, mucha más potencia en el movimiento. ¿Bien? Muy bien, fijaros una cosa ahora. Mirad. Tercer ejercicio, ya tenéis dos. Tercer ejercicio. Estaba en la posición de quad press. ¿Bien? Que fijaros, repito otra vez, es la misma distancia que el lunge. This third exercise, the distance between hands and feet is the same distance that I had on the lunge position. Okay? It's the same one. Same one. But now what I want you to do, I want you to extend here and put your weight on your hands and toes. But look, my shoulders are forward than my hands are here. I'm not here. I'm here. Okay, put your knees on the ground and go back. Yes, from this position, I will go to the plank position. The plank position, boom, I press and back. I don't touch with my knees. Go to the plank position, press and back. ¿Ok? Las rodillas están a 1 centímetro del suelo. ¿Bien? 1 centimeter of the knees to the floor. Don't touch the floor with the knees. Bien. Bien. Acordaros de lo que os he dicho, la posición del cuerpo, the hollow body position. Remember, I'm not here. This is the hollow body position of my body. This is the hollow body. Yes, I'm squeezing my abs here. I can't go higher here. It's the same position that I have here. I can go squeeze more my abs. I bend my knees and I go back. My elbows are inside because I'm activating my lats. Activate your lats. Press back, but I'm not relaying on my knees. No me estoy relajando. Es una posición activa. It's an active position. I'm here, active. I'm not relaxed. I'm active. And I press here, press, and go back. Press, hollow body position, and go back. Good? So now, if you want, you can do it putting your elbows on the floor. I put my elbows on the floor and I go to the plank and bend your knees and go back. ¿Ok? Podéis hacer las dos, o flexionando codos o con codos extendidos. Bien, aquí. Flexiono codos, pump, bend your knees, and back, extend. Probamos. Venga, Alan, que esto es para tu team leader. Man, good, good. So you have different options. You have different options. So putting your knees on the floor, the most easy one. Putting your knees on the floor, and I press, and I extend, knees on the floor, and down. Knees out of the floor. Lift it, extend, boom, back. Knees on the floor, elbows bend. Here, palm, extend, knees, go back. Or without touching the knees on the floor. Extend and back. You have different options. You can choose. It's on your decision, okay? Good. 5 more and we go to the 4th one. Hollow body position. Good, guys, very good. Okay, look at me. Now this is totally opposite because we are facing up. I'm going down to the floor and my feet is on the same wide. Yes, on the same wide always. Don't open too much, don't close too much. Same wide and feet parallel. And here, I press with my elbows to the floor and I lift here and I do my shoulder bridge. And then I go down. Lifting here, pressing with the elbows. Don't close your feet. Don't relax your knees outside or inside. Press elbows, squeeze your glutes here, open your chest and down. Squeeze and down. Do some shoulder bridge for me and then we'll be reaching the floor. Squeeze your glutes. Control your elbows. Control your knees. Aaron, you are very ugly, man. Ugly man. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, look at me now. Look at me. One hand up, the other elbows here. And now I'm pressing, and instead of going just lifting the hip and the shoulder, I'm pressing and I'm putting the weight on one shoulder. My elbow is inside. And here, what I'm doing, I'm looking my hand who's touching on the floor and pressing here. And I go down and I change. Boom, I go down. I press. First I do my bridge. I put the weight on one shoulder, one arm, and pressing to reach. And down. Change sides. Okay, let's do it. The whole palm on the floor. Don't release your hips. Don't release your hips and your knees. Okay, look at me on this side view. I'm pressing up. I'm putting the weight on one shoulder, one arm. I'm looking here, and my palm, my thumb is looking at me. And I put all the weight on this palm. And I go down. But don't do this. Don't drop here the knees. Stable and pressing here. Pressing here, stable. Don't drop the knees to the side. Okay, try it. Very good. Remember to be stable with the knees, to be stable with the hip. Opening your knees, talking out with the knees. Okay, very good. Last one. Last one. We have one exercise more. Okay? I will progress. It is the mountain climber. Yes, but with another focus that you did on the FlowFit part. So I put the same position that I was here. The same, the hands are shoulder wide, so the same wide, and torquing inside with the elbows. And I'm here, activating, and I'm on the hollow body position. Here, I press my knee. Here, I flex my hip, and I put my knee on my shoulder. Once the knee is on the shoulder, then I put the feet down, the foot down. I pump and back, pump and back, pump. It's a straight line. It's not going from the outside. It's not doing this movement. It's straight line. Boom, boom. Okay? 10 reps each side. Very close to the hand. Very close to the hand. And knee to the elbow. Your feet should be shoulder wide as well. Your feet shoulder wide. More open. Some of you more open. Your feet more separated. Estamos en la posición de plancha. La distancia entre las manos es la anchura de tus hombros. La misma distancia que entre tus pies. ¿Sí? No os pongáis con los pies cerrados. Pies, misma separación que las manos. Llevo la rodilla al hombro. Llevo la rodilla al hombro. Y entonces aquí es donde coloco el pie justo al lado de la mano. ¿Bien? Bien. Muy bien. Ahora voy a pedir que quites una mano, la mano donde va el pie, y sustituyas esta mano por este pie. ¿Bien? Aquí. Bloqueo, subo rodilla y va donde va el pie. ¿Sí? Donde yo tenía la mano. La mano ahora se coloca aquí. Cuando saco el pie, la mano va donde está el pie. Lo mismo el otro lado. Subo y cambio. You have to put your foot on the exact place where is the hand. And change your foot for the hand. Okay? Lift the hand and put your foot there. Go. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your abs. Very good. Y shoulder wide, separación de las pies y de las manos, anchura de hombros. Bien. Okay, guys, don't lift your hips. Your hips stay on the exact position. Don't do this. No. I'm just pressing with the knee. It is like, yes, it is a knee, it's a kick with the knee, okay? Now, the last part. So I'm here, I'm changing this position, and now I'm going up, pum, down, I change the hand, and the other side, pum, uno. Voy arriba, controlando el peso. 1, 2, misma posición. Cambio atrás. Misma separación. Stay on the same wide. Don't change it. I'm here. 1. I press out with the knee. 2, 3. And 2. Okay? 5 of 5. No muevas la cadera, Joampera, que te veo. No me levantes esa cadera. If you can do it slow, you can do it fast. Remember, if you want to slow down, it's okay. It's very good. Even more difficult. Okay. One thing to just to remember on this exercise, when you are doing the mountain climber, just stay locked. Don't release your knees, don't release your muscles. I'm here, I'm locked here, and just boom, but my back knee is straight here. I'm not bending it. I'm pressing. In this position, I can stay here without hands. So that's why I put the weight on this foot and I press up, boom, I go down, extending the back knee. And I relay on this exact position, the same position. And now my hand changes. Yes? Good? Okay, we have 5 exercises. 5 exercises. So the first one, tactical front lunge, chum, chum, or the dropping lunge. From here, boom, up, stay on your toes if you want, or stay on flat feet, and down and up, up, up. First exercise. Bien. Primer ejercicio, los lunge. I put this because I learned this from you, Easy. Okay. Second exercise. The base switch. You have the quad press knee, pump, or here, and change. Lift, pump, change. Lift, pump, change. Okay? Second exercise. Third exercise. From here or here. Or knees. Or knees. If you feel that you are doing one option and you're losing control, just regress to an easier option, but don't stop. Don't stop. Fourth exercise. Shoulder bridge and reach. Yes, or just shoulder bridge. Last one. You're doing just mountain climber or changing or and pump. The other one, boom, pump. Okay, you can choose as well. Yes, it's open, but think that the most important goal from this session is that you learn. So if you're not controlling one exercise, do the regression. No worries. Nobody's judging you. It's not a competition. It is just to learn and to develop the structure, be more stable, control the movement. Okay? Let's do 30-30. We'll be doing 3 rounds. 3 rounds. Yes? I'm putting my clock and we'll be starting in 15 seconds. Vamos a empezar en 15 segundos cuando le dé al clock, ¿vale? Son 5 ejercicios, chicos. Intentad mantener la técnica en todo momento. Si perdéis técnica, perdéis control, regresión. Nadie os está juzgando. Es simplemente venimos a aprender, a pasárnoslo bien y a entrenar, ¿vale? Ragazzi, mantenere la técnica, Cazzo. Ok, ya no sé más. Preparados en 15 segundos, 15 seconds. From now. 10 seconds. 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Go, lunges. Go, lunges. Just do your rhythm, do your path. Don't go too fast. Just try to control your body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tempo, time, relax. Okay, in the rest time, just stay on your place and exhale. And increase the exhalation time. Increase the exhalation time every breath. Let's do the quad press. Quad press, base switch. Go. 2, 1, go. If you can't do it slow, you can't do it fast. Remember that. Very good. 2, 1, stop. Yes. On your feet and relax. Okay. Hands on your knees and close your scalps here. So this will help your serratus maximus to open your rib cage. Exhale, exhale, exhale. If you take out the CO2, you will be able to recover faster. Okay. Here, plank and back, or your pull plank. You can choose, but control your shoulders. Squeeze your glutes. Escápulas separadas, Adri. Muy bien. Métete ahí, abdomen adentro. Pelvis in. Relax on your feet. Knees on the knee, hands on the knees. Open. Stay on your feet. Now, bridges. Here. 2, 1, and go. Reach. Stay controlled. Stay stable. La mano encima de la cabeza. Más allá de la cabeza, no delante de la cabeza, encima. En línea con tu cuerpo la mano. Tu dedo pulgar señala tu cabeza. Relax. Bien, arriba. Siempre nos levantamos, ponemos manos en las rodillas y así ayudo al serrato a que relaje. Vamos con los mountain climber. Bien, step up, mountain climber o mountain climber step up. Desde aquí, y recuerda, peso en las manos, glúteo apretado, vamos allá. Bloquea bien el cuerpo. Lock the body. Lock the back knee. And relax on your feet. Okay. I will stop the first round. I stop the clock. Okay, one thing, guys. For the recovery time, we have to increase the parasympathetic phase part of my automatic system, yes? So it is very important to exhale, take out the CO2 and increase the exhalation time. So that's why I put my hands on the knees. I open my rib cage, dropping down, inhale, and if the longer is the exhalation part, the faster you recover. Okay? Let's do the second round in 20 seconds. Yes? Try to be stable. If you're doing this tactical lunge drop, try to be stable here and go up. Strong and fast. Okay. In 1, go. Yes, don't open too much your feet. Don't open too much. It's 90 degrees each leg, each knee, 90 degrees. 2, 1, and rest. Very good. Relax. Second exercise, quad press. Quad press, base switch, okay? Squeeze, squeeze, and lift, and chum. And back, boom, and back. Go. Bien, bien, bien. Bien, José Millán, te veo bien. Vamos, Rosa, ahí, mucho control, Rosa. Muy bien. 2, 1, and go. Bien, Oscar, bien. Vamos ahí. Relaja. Exhala, incrementa el tiempo de exhalación. Los últimos segundos, pones de pie. The last seconds, you stand up and relax and prepare for the next round. Okay? Pull plank. Pull plank. 1 and go. Boom. Press. Very good. Son, very good. Scaps separated. Stand up, relax. 3 breathings here, and on the 4th one you stand up. On the 4th one you stand up. En el cuarto os ponéis de pie y relajáis. Cuando quedan 5 segundos me preparo para el siguiente ejercicio. Ya, me preparo. 2, 1 y voy. Extiende tus caderas. Extend your hips. Release tension on your hips. Contrólame esa estabilidad, Alex. Muy bien. And relax. Good. Stand up. 3 breathings here. Tres respiraciones aquí. Lo más largas posibles. Y la cuarta ya me levanto. Y me preparo para el tactical mountain climber. Vamos allá. Do 1 and go. Vamos, vamos. No me muevas las caderas. Don't move your hips. Sunny, hop. Don't move your hips. And relax. Very good. One more round. This last round, if you want to push a little bit the gas, push, okay? We have the lunges. Come on, the last round, lunges. If you want to increase the intensity, when you drop down, pump, and stop down, go. On your toes if possible, if not on the flat foot. Explode up, explode. You have to be as fast as possible. Open your feet. Aldo, open feet. And relax. Remember, this is my stance. I'm more stable here than here. I'm stable here, okay? Let's do the same weight on the quad press. Go down and prepare. Pressing, and when I go up, I can change if you want. And go. Go, come on. Bien, Lucio, bien. Empuja fuerte ahí. Pon la rodilla ahí. Las manos paralelas, Lucio. And relax. Go up, stand up. La cuarta me levanto. Y me preparo para el siguiente ejercicio. Prepare for the next exercise. The pole plank. Boom, boom. And I press back. Go. Press, press. Hollow body. Bien, 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 bien. Very good. And relax. Stand up. Stand up. Two more to go. Hold the bridges. Reach. Try to reach. Remember to reach here, not here. Here. Okay? Go, guys. Come on. Vamos, chicos, vamos. Bien, 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 bien. Muy bien, Juan. Muy bien, Mónica. Jason, good job, good job. Sebastian, my friend, very good. Very good. One, go. Stand up and relax. Stay on your knees. Open your chest. Open your chest. Relax here. Exhale. Okay, stand up and prepare for the last one. Prepare for the last one. Preparados para el último, chicos. Vamos, Lily Ninja. Let's go. Let's go, Alice. One and go. Brian, come on, Brian. I'm waiting for you. Stable, stable there. It's not more reps, it is better reps. One and go, relax. Okay, very good. Very good. Relax here. Increase your heart rate. Inhale and on the exhalation time. Okay, check your heart rate now. Check it in 4, 3, 2, 1, count. Try to increase the exhalation time at the same time you're counting. And go. Good job, guys. Good job, Stoyan. Buen trabajo, chicos. Un aplauso, ¿eh? Muy bien. Buen trabajo. Okay, very good. Very good, guys. Congratulations. You've done a very nice workout. Normally, in this workout, we do 5 rounds, okay, 20 minutes. 4 rounds, 20 minutes, or 5 rounds, depending on the number of exercises. Okay, very good job. I was telling you that it is more important than doing more reps and increase the intensity is how you control that intensity. The difference or what defines TACFIT is not the exercise, is not the how much intensity you can perform, is not how much weight you can lift. What defines TACFIT, the goals of TACFIT are more than 3, but 3 main goals. The first one is the movement control. You have to control the movement. If you don't control the movement, that doesn't serve, because we are creating patterns, and these patterns will use these motor patterns to improve any movement that we can do on our lives. So the first goal is to create the correct patterns of activation of my body. Estoy diciendo que los 3 principales objetivos del TACFIT son, el primero de todos, el crear un patrón de movimiento correcto. ¿Qué quiere decir un patrón de movimiento? Quiere decir algo que luego puedo trasladar a cualquier actividad de mi vida cotidiana, de mi vida deportiva, para ser más eficaz y más eficiente. We have to be more efficient and more effective. That's why we want to create the correct motor patterns to use them on our sports life or our personal life. Okay? First goal. The second goal is to control the stress. You have to figure out that stress is the main pathology that is leading us to death. So it is very important to control the stress situations and to be able to decrease this stress. And this is what we learn, focusing on the technique, focusing on the movement, not focusing on the intensity, on our colleagues, on the trainer. No, just be put your mind on what you are doing, not on the outside of your body. Okay, this is very important to control these stress situations. And the third goal, it is to recover faster. I have 30 seconds to recover. I have to learn how to recover faster to be able to do another set or another round or another competitive situation on a better way, on a better position of my body and of my mind. The first thing I have to do on this recovery time is to decrease the heart rate. And how can I decrease the heart rate? I decrease the heart rate with the breathing. If I double the inhaling time with the exhalation time, I'm increasing the parasympathetic part of my autonomic system. Yes? So this is how I can decrease these heartbeats, and then I am more able to understand what my coach is saying, to understand the situation, to take decisions. This is very important for us. These three goals, remember, first one is movement control, to create correct motor patterns. The second one, it is the stress control. How do I manage a stress situation? And the third one, it is to recover faster, to be able to get in front a new situation on a better position. Okay? Thank you for your effort, and thank you for the intensity, the motivation you've done on this protocol. Okay? I don't know if Scott is here yet. Alberto?
1 second. He is on.
I'm here.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Just listening intently.
Okay. I was trying to find it.
Scott, you're another one. With hair, with beard, come on.
Okay, you want to unmute him, Nestor? Unmute.
Yes.
I'm unmuted. I just didn't want to.
He's unmuted.
Okay, great.
I
I didn't
can
want to
mute.
bother anybody. My wife wishes she had that mute button. Hey, thanks for everyone to let me drop by and say hello. Professor, instructors, Nestor. Thanks for all of you for what you're doing for yourselves. I just wanted to say a couple things, and if there's one or two questions, I'll hang out. But really, never before in history of humankind have we ever come to know more deeply that our healthy behaviors are the most compassionate actions we can take for our respective communities, or our global village, as I was taught it in the Olympic teams. But having just finished a SARS-CoV-2 and COVID-19 course at Stanford Med School, I can share with you 3 studies that might be relevant to what you're doing today, what you're doing here. The first of which was between March and April of this year on 5,700 COVID-19 patients across 12 New York City hospitals. And what did they discover as the most common underlying conditions? Hypertension, cardiac illness, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. So much so that 88% of those patients had 2 of those conditions, and 94% had 1. Only 6% did not have any of those 3 preconditions. Another study that was done on 6,933 firefighters, 98% did not meet the minimum sleep for duty. Now hang with me for a second. Out of those 7,000 firefighters, 98% didn't meet minimum required sleep. 40% of them had sleep disorders, and 80% of those did not have any prior diagnosis or prior awareness of those conditions. Unfortunately, this sleep deprivation was also found to be correlated with hypertension, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. In a different study, 45% greater risk of the hypertension and cardiac illness conditions at less than 5 hours of sleep. In another study, 7.5 times more likely to develop obesity with less than 6 hours of sleep, and less than with type 2 diabetes, it was a third study that showed 2.5 times the increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes at less than 5 hours of sleep. And then finally, the last study I wanted to share was a recently famous study on a large cohort showed that there's a 17% risk of viral infection for those that sleep less than 7 hours compared to a 45% risk of viral infection at those that sleep less than 5 hours. So what can we take away from this? Number one, exercise regularly and moderately, but not too close to your sleep window, generally outside of 3 hours. Number two, eat a low sugar, low grain, low sodium, balanced, healthy diet. Number three, get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep a night. And number four, practice meditation or mindfulness daily, even if it's only the way that you just practiced it in mindful movement. Even if it's only in your exercise, that's been shown to significantly thwart mind wandering and reduce anxiety. So again, thanks to your professors and instructors, as you're doing what medical doctors don't have the training to do, and that medical researchers are understanding is paramount to our immune protection against viral exposure, just as important as washing your hands and keeping social distancing. You're all the outposts. So stay in the fight, protect our local and our global village by taking care of yourselves. Professor, you said that you might have 1 or 2 questions before I let you go and get back to my geek work.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you so much. I was all ears. I was still focused on what you were saying. Let me see. Let me go through the questions here. You guys feel free to chime in. I'm reading.
Nestor, I just caught the tail end. That was a great presentation. Those 3 points were fantastic.
Thank you, brother. I learned from the best master.
He's talking about you, Professor Crane. So the one thing that you pointed out was really important is that, and this is critical. So there was a controversial study that came out of Italy 3 weeks ago that claimed that high intensity exercise and professional sports increased your viral risk of COVID-19. And then we dug into the research because I knew that was innately BS. And being the iconoclast that I am, we found out in the research that it said that doesn't apply to moderate intensity exercise, that moderate intensity exercise has been shown to decrease your viral risk and increase your lung compliance, which is a known outcome, decreased lung compliance with when you contract SARS-CoV-2. And number two, those high intensity exercise sessions and professional athletes with pretty rigorous exercise only increase their exposure if it were poorly planned exercise. So if you suddenly had a significantly intense exercise session without any planning, that can open the pathogen window temporarily. But if you do proper planning, then that pathogen window stays hermetically sealed tight. So what I ask you to do is have a critical mind, fact check everything, rely upon geeks like me to go down the rabbit hole and find out what does the medical research really say? Because most of what we see is actually just somebody else's interpretation of an interpretation of the data. So just do what you're doing. Take care of yourselves. And what great advice Nestor has given you.
Thank you, Coach. I think I got a lot of questions, and I think we're going to go down the rabbit hole if we go any one of them. You know? Nestor, do you have any? Would you like to ask him anything? Since we're here together.
Asking Scott. Yes. Do you mean asking Scott?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I have so many things to ask Scott that I can't remember all of them. But I was talking about the three main goals of the TACFIT system. But I would like you to explain us, how do you plan your sessions, because I know that I was sorry, because I am mixing things, but when I came back from the US this February, one of the best things that I took from the US is training with you, because I learned and I also understood better the way you see training and the way you design and you program your training. So I would like to ask you, how do you think we should plan our training, not just for performance, just to improve lives, improve function, improve our life, our whole life? It is a big question, but just to 2-3 key points.
So number one, great, because that's really the point. What you're asking is really the point. So we get out of the mirror or get off the obstacle course and start asking, what is the long range impact? Exercise can be so much fun, right? That we get distracted from the fact that it's interrupting our real lives. So how do we know how to exercise correctly? Where is all the benefit of exercise gained? During sleep, in particular during deep or slow wave sleep, where human growth hormone release. So if you're not getting sufficient deep slow wave sleep, if you're interrupting it, then you're not recovering from your exercise. So even though you're practicing recovery in between sets, you're not practicing recovery in between workouts. So how do you know that you're getting good quality sleep? And what does that mean? Because you can be in bed for 7 to 9 hours, but have crappy sleep because it was light and there was a significant number of awakenings, sleep fragmentation. So how are you tracking sleep? Right, you can use a Fitbit, you can use a Garmin, you can use a ReadyBand. I prefer the ReadyBand because I don't need to wear it at work. I can wear it at night. And it's 94% accurate compared to polysomnography. So if PSG is 100% accurate, ReadyBand is inexpensive and it gives me an exact percentage of my readiness for the next day. You can also do it where you could track. I see that there's some questions about HRV. One of the best devices that we've found that's for high adherence of knowing that you're going to use it and ease of wear is an Oura ring. I swapped it out for my wedding ring, so it's exactly the same color and nobody knows. I don't get in trouble. But the Oura ring gives us a couple other benefits in that it's very accurate on HRV at night. So I know, am I getting the right percentage of deep slow wave sleep? So I know not only with the ReadyBand do I know how to train tomorrow, because I can project my readiness, what should I do for the day, but I also know what to do about it. If I'm getting certain sleep patterns, I know that my sleep is unpredictable in its timing. If I'm having lots of awakenings, then I know that there are certain behaviors that I'm doing that during the day that's interrupting my sleep. I need to prepare for, and just as much as I need to recover from my exercise. So if you wake up one day and you've been tracking it objectively, then you know you're ready. Or you know you're not. And that should dictate it, not the rote schedule. So don't let the tail wag the dog. If you wake up in the morning and you're measuring and you're checking, then you know today I'm gonna keep it back at moderate, especially right now, because you've got all of the psychosocial stress, you've got the viral exposure, you've got the changed environment, irregular sleep schedules, irregular meal timing, you have your work life or absence of work life commingling with all of your family life and family and domestic pressures. That's a huge amount of stress burden. So in general, it's more advised to throttle back, keep it at around moderate intensity. And when you wake up and feel great and your heart rate variability is high, your beat to beat intervals have become very big, where one beat is 40 beats and another beat is 120 beats. That delta in between says my heart has a lot of flexibility, it's fully recovered, so now I can hit it hard and have a high intensity session without exposing myself to increased risk.
Awesome. Amazing. Thank you.
One of the conversations that Matt and I had yesterday, I'm checking in down here at some of the chats about mindfulness, is Matt Wiswesser and I did a Zoom yesterday because we're testing out a new sensor suite on performance monitoring. And what we've been looking at is the tracking of reps, sets, time, heart rate, and form. Being able to toggle between so many different variables while you're exercising. If you read a great book by a colleague of mine from Harvard Med School, John Rady, the senior clinical psychologist up there, the book's named Spark, the New Science of Exercise in the Brain. That critical period creates this balloon of additional brain cells, even at my advanced age. Even when you start to become a graybeard, you can still create new brain cells in that period through moderate intensity exercise or recovering quickly back from high intensity exercise. But you have to fill those empty balloons with something, or they wither, and they wither within 4 to 8 hours. I attribute the ability to be sharp, and I would even dare to say, and only posthumously when you cadaverize my brain, will you see that I actually got smarter from the way that we exercise. And that's been proven in quite a few different studies, not me, but in general, that it improves the density of the hippocampus, the density of memory, the organ in your brain for memory, through this window where you can create new brain cells through physical exercise if you fill it with different variables and you create a strong network. Because I'm sure all of you have had really great ideas, epiphanies, when you've been out for a walk, on a hike, in your workout, and you didn't write it down, and it withered, and then it was gone, and you forgot and you couldn't grab it again because that network only fires once. So not only does this improve your outcome performance, like you're talking about, Nestor, it improves your cognition. And lastly, I would say it makes you a better human being because it's been shown to improve your emotional quotient numbers. So if you take a EQ test like Maslach's burnout inventory or the Marlowe-Crown social desirability scale, pre and post, you can see that your ability to be empathic increases when you have de-stressed yourself through physical exercise, which I think of as like squeezing the sponge out of the toxic chemistry of not being able to be a primal creature anymore. You know, in a perfect world, when we're running down the tundra and getting our prey or running away from predators, all of that gets squeezed out naturally. But in this fixed position, in this bunker of mine, unless I actively squeeze out the tissues, the cognitive complexity of talking to so many people, of addressing so many issues, it changes my physiology, but I can't excrete out all that arousal, which would be great if I were fighting off saber-tooth, but it's going to shorten my life and decrease my cognition and lower my my emotional intelligence if I don't exercise. Physical performance, cognition, emotional intelligence. I mean, we could talk about spirituality, but I'm no philosopher. But I would gather quite a few of you would agree that it has exercising regularly has shifted you from a wagon circled very tightly around your own energy to increasing how much you reach out. Your philanthropic reach increases the more that you increase your own battery.
Good. Professor.
Man, there's a lot of questions coming in.
Yeah, sorry. Stephen Logan said, "What do I mean by filling the balloon? Your brain cell, the new brain cells that you create are empty, right? You can ask my wife. My empty brain. right? Unless you fill it with something in that critical window after exercise, which lasts, you have a half-life on that neurogenesis for about 4 to 6 hours. So you want to do, if you like, I don't train for a sport anymore. My sport is being human. So I train to be in the morning to jumpstart my brain and get sharp all day long and have increased reaction time and decreased attentional lapses. So when it's not just actually new brain cells, but it's actually neurogenesis and arborization, the connection between brain cells. The dendrites grow and they get bushier. So you have great ideas. You have epiphanies. And also myelination, so the sheath gets fattier, and you have better speed of communication and access to information. So there are quite a few different things that happen neurologically when you exercise in the right way, and you want to fill that. So as soon as you're done with your workout, take a shower, have your good balanced meal, and then get right to it with your high cognitive challenge. I've gone back to school, and I pound the most complex stuff right in the beginning. You have the greatest comprehension and the longest retention. That's what I mean by filling the balloon. Author of the book was John Ratey, Ratey, Spark in the New Science of Exercise in the Brain. It's an easy read. He's written quite a few books, and there are books after that one, but he's got a big brain. Check him out on YouTube too.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything. Thank you for doing all that you've done. Thank you guys for coming. I'd love, Nestor, if that's okay, I'd love for us to all do a cool down and proper, TACFIT training. Just to kind of know we kind of went into this instead of doing our cool down. So I don't mind to take a few minutes. Is Aaron Cruz still on here?
Yeah.
Maybe Aaron Cruz could,
you want Aaron to go and do the cool down?
if he's okay, if he's around.
Yeah, he's around here.
I'm here.
All right.
Can I get off blocked video then, or am I too ugly today, or what's the deal?
Oh, you're too ugly.
That's
Hey, Coach Scott's on it. I like the new look, buddy.
Great.
You have to accept, brother.
I like it. Literally, I do. I like it a lot.
Start the video. Bam.
There we go. Professor,
We're all going Scott, look at that.
All right, so we got Aaron Cruz. He's going to take over this this cool down, and go ahead and introduce yourself, Aaron, before you start.
My name is Aaron Cruz. I'm a TACFIT team leader, and I'm going to take you guys through a little cool down here. I'm out of Monterey, California, and I am not technically savvy as I'd like to be, but let me go ahead and open this up a bit. There we go. Bam! Okay.
Get ready to open your hips, guys.
Yeah. You see, part of TACFIT is, first in, last standing. First in, last standing. Stay prepared. Stay ready so you know how to get ready. I had no idea I was going to do this right here. But look how fast it happened. Because I stay ready. All right, so a little cool down, huh? We'll start out by opening up our stance here. Nice wide sumo stance. And we're just going to find a nice little easy neutral position here. I'll take off my shoes since you can't see my feet. So you're going to open up here, turn the toes out, sink in a bit. And we're going to play with the flexion in our ankles and feet here. So go ahead and lift your heels. Drop them. And you're just going to work down to try to get your thighs parallel. Don't force it though. Lift, drop. So now with the toes turned out, I'm going to start turning my toes forward. So I'm driving off the outside edge. I'm on the inside edge of my feet, working that stability and structure. I'm going to go ahead and angle it here. Keeping a nice straight long neck and spine. I'm just going to let that open up. Bend the knees a little bit so you can find the ground. Just shift it back and forth. Then we're going to start out with our first pose here. If you can't go any further than this, then just hang out here with a nice straight back. You can use your arms to help you with that. But if you can, bend the knees a bit Give the outside of your feet or ankles a grab, right? So we get tight in here, so it's nice to decompress them with the fingertips. I'll even dig my fingers in to where my Achilles connects to my calf, the intersection there. Get a nice little grab. Make sure I still got function in my feet here, working from my feet first. And then I'll take a big inhale. Knees are bent. I want to be in a neutral position into my hips and thighs, and then I'll inhale and pull. And while I pull, I want to think a nice straight spine, lengthening through my crown towards the ground. Okay, so I'm just straight into my hips here. Bend if you need to, and then slowly lift the hips and pull your knees to the back without jeopardizing your neutral spine here. And we'll release that. Find the hands on the ground. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn. Let's turn one foot out. Turn one foot out, one will stay. We're just going to sink in, driving off the inside edge of our foot here. Right? And then posture up. So a lot of strength through this front thigh. Drive that hip forward. Nice tall posture. And then we're just going to tilt in a straight line to our triangle pose here. Drive that back hip forward. Go ahead and try to take your chin towards your shoulder here. Looking towards the sky and sit through that front foot. And then from here, we'll pivot. We'll pivot from the back foot and ankle. And then pull in. Show you from the side. Just pull on in. And we're going to inhale our hands forward and drive through both feet. Open it up. Breathe through it. You can bring your hands together if you choose, or pull one down, punch the other up. And reach from that back leg all the way up and out of your arm and pull your back elbow into you. Good. We'll bring it back. Let's come back in. Sink into that. Let's go ahead and drop the back knee. How long is this yoga session here?
Oh boy.
Man, huh? What you say?
But I guess we can 5 to 10 minutes, 10-minute stops, if that works.
Sounds good. 5, 10 minutes. And I'll be like Van Damme. Let's go ahead and lock out this front leg and pull the hips back. Reach out in front and then just press through the wall. Stay active in your thigh here. Squeeze that quad tight. Let me show you from this angle. Squeeze tight and push through. Keep your neutral spine. Now we're just going to go ahead and flex our spine and round out. Round out, nice and easy. Stay active here. Keep squeezing your thigh and glute. That release, and bend the knee to recover. And we're actually going to keep the foot flat down and do the same thing. Foot flat. Use your leverage in your upper body here. Lengthen out. Reach out, reach back. Twist over your front hip. Good. Go ahead and sink in. Come out of there. We're going to take that leg. Let's bring it right outside. We're going to pivot up. Pivot down. Rotate up. And then we're going to square our chest here. And just draw your hips back. Pull the hips back. Reach out in front. Squeeze. Inhale, fill your belly back up with air. Pull forward a bit. Everything happening from the hips. Let's go ahead and round out again, flexing our spine. Let all this weight hang out in front. Give us more leverage to open up here. Stay active in the leg. Squeeze it. Good. Pivot to the front. Pull back, forward, back, forward. Iron that out, and then we'll bring that in. Good. Good job. Shoot. What did we just do right there? Gotta do the other side now. Just kidding. Choking. Okay, let's get back up right here. Pivot out. Sink in. Sink in. I think I remember how this went. Bam! Reach out. Warrior 1 for the yogis. And then tilt. Timber. Good. Reach inside. Nice little triangle pose. Drive that hip forward. Breathe into it. Drive through that front foot. back. Right? Pivot from the back leg. Right? Pivot from that back ankle and foot. You can see that right into the front hip. Right? Sink into that. Sink in, sink in. And we'll inhale the arms in. You can bring them together and pull over or pull that elbow down into your back pocket and punch up and over. Punch. Mr. Olympia, Arnold. Arnold.
Goofiness comes with this, guys. Goofiness.
Oh, serious. All right, let's go ahead and bring the back side down. We'll lock out this front leg. Pull the hips back. Yeah, you gotta have fun and still get shit done, you know what I mean? Pull hips back. Lengthen out. Nice tall spine. Squeeze it tight. That's when I'm messing around with yoga. Gives me something else to think about besides the torturing fuckery I got going on here. Just kidding. Then go ahead and fold in half. Lengthen out. Breathe through it. Have fun with it. Feel it. It's your body. I didn't put that tightness there, so go ahead and work through that a little bit. Enjoy it. Love it. It's your tightness. Love your tightness. Love your unstableness. Try to create yin and yang. Good. Out in front. Pull the hips back. Lengthen it out. Round it out. Sink in. Back. And then we'll rotate over that leg. Rotate, rotate, open up over that hip. We'll sink on into that. Bring the leg outside. Then we'll pivot up, down, pivot up, and then just pull your hips straight back. Pull your hip back. Same idea, nice tall spine. Reach out. We'll round it out. Hands down. Pull the hip back, forward. Let's bring that in. Sit right on top of the feet here and stretch out the shins. Instep, top of the toes. If you want to go back a little further and get more of the top of your feet, you can use your hands for that. And then we'll just go ahead and extend the hips forward. Hips, ribs, chest. Big inhale. Fill your body up with air, starting from your knees into your hips, ribs, chest. Let your head go back last. Then pull your hips back. Hands down. Press the earth away. Tuck in your hips. Press, press, press. Open up the ground beneath you. The inside edge of your feet down here. Just pull back into the hips a bit. Open that up. Tuck the hips. Bring one side up. Then the other, and just pull back, squeeze the ground with the pelvis. And we'll finish up here on the ground. Get our shoulders and chest open up. All the forward pressure we did in our FlowFit and body weight TACFIT. So start out with our arms up like the letter Y. Just roll one shoulder into the ground. And then the other. And go ahead and find the ground with your fingertips here. Like if someone's pulling you by your feet out from under the bed, like if you were hiding under the bed and they're pulling you out from the feet and you're holding on with your nails. Scary. So go ahead and hold on there and then roll one shoulder into the ground and then the other. One, and then the other. And lift from our lower back and pull our elbows right underneath our shoulders. And we're going to turn our hands over if your comfort allows and go a little further into your lower back extension. If that's not comfortable, come back down to your elbows. Slight tug of the hips. Use your inhale, shoulders down, and try to see your feet behind you in a circle. Then we'll roll ourselves down. We'll reach out. We'll swim the legs a little bit here, pulling your belly button in. Lift those legs. Go ahead and look one way, whatever side you're looking towards, bend the leg on that side, let it lift to the other side of your body and reach back, reach. Open up that pocket between your chest and shoulder there. Reach, reach, reach. Open up your hips here. If you can't get the foot flat down behind you, go ahead and do that. And then open up the hips. Reach back behind you with your shoulder or with your arm. And only go as far as your comfort allows. If you need to come back forward to make an adjustment, do it. It's your body. Make your adjustment. Only go to that first bit of tension. Hold, breathe, release. 30 seconds. Hold a minute if you want. All right, yoga. Hold it all day. Got someone tagging me, trying to get me to do a plank for 5 minutes. I'm like, yeah, right. I've never done a plank for 5 minutes. Not that I can't do it for 5 minutes, but I got a lot of other stuff I want to do for 5 minutes.
I like your socks.
Exactly. I might want to eat some meat for 5 minutes. Good. Open that up. Breathe through it.
Sport Billy socks.
These socks inspire me. We're going to lift from the lower back. We're going to take one arm underneath and get the back of the shoulder blade. We're going to wrap it up right here, just opening up our shoulders like we did with our hips, and then have ourselves a lovely day. So take that arm underneath, right across the chest, palm down. And then you can work that shoulder to the ground to make sure that you're gathering from the back of that shoulder blade, between the shoulder blade and trap and spine, and then peel it off the ground. And then just breathe. Let your body weight and gravity do all the work for you. Lazy man stretching, that's what I like. Body weight, gravity, do the work for me so I go to sleep. Good. Then we'll do the other side. Thread it through, get it on the ground, peel it off, breathe through it.
Nestor, can you put on Rob Malo's video? He walked him by accident.
Extend the hips, reach underneath.
Who else?
Rob Malo.
Grab the knees, give them a big hug. Just hit that little reset button here and roll your spine back down. Inhale, exhale. Good. You can spinal rock up or roll to the side. Come up safer way. And then here we are, presenting ourselves. Hello, I am Aaron.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you.
Guys, it's work. Keep those hips loose. You don't have to keep going. We're done. This is for me now.
Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Nestor. Thank you, everyone, for making this. Making this possible. I hope this was helpful to you guys, and you guys learned educational. And we're stuck in this. Well, depending where you live, right? In the situation, but I guess this is really nice. I got to see my friends from all over around the world on here today, which is really amazing. So I hope to have more of these on the schedule with different team leaders, probably a bit smaller. Different, with different languages, more catered to people depending where they live, right? But I think this is it was amazing for me, so I hope it was really good for you guys, and you got some things from it. And I want to wish Isak a happy birthday. So I'm hoping, Nestor, you can unblock unmute everybody.
Happy birthday, Isaac!
And,
Happy birthday, sir!
No, we're gonna sing
happy birthday.
We're gonna sing happy birthday.
Let's sing it together. Hey,
Happy birthday
Happy birthday.
to you.
let's start again. Let's start again. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eric. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, thank you. That sounded very horrible, but
Time to live
thank
audio,
you,
right?
Sonny. I'm 40 years old, but I'm very happy to have this birthday with you guys. So appreciate you guys' time and effort. And seriously, like Professor said, you know, going through this together, being at home, it's one thing. But once we get out of this and we can do our, you know, our thing together, certifications, workshops, you know, whatever, continued education, I'd love to have that physical interaction where we can all kind of have a good relationship going. So appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Isak.
Thank you.
Be well.
Hey, Aaron.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for being here. And hope to see you soon because this is the first of different workshops that we will organize with the team leaders around the world. The next one hopefully will be with Nicola and Pedro from Spain and Nicola from Italy, Nicola Orlando, the Piste. And also we have different people that will be doing the workshops from Italy, from USA, also from Panama, different countries. So you will be very welcome to these workshops that we will be doing with our team leaders, the best team. Okay? Thanks for being here. Thanks for trusting us, and hope you have learned something new. And also, I think we will be sending you the PDF. Alberto, can you talk about that?
Yes, we have a PDF. We have a PDF for you guys. I put a link in the chat, you know, so you can copy and paste it, and then copy and paste that link, and it'll take you to the PDF. We're gonna also be emailing it out, you know, if you're not able to do that by the time we end this call. And of course we got the little bit of, we didn't get your neck movement, Isak, at the beginning, you know, but we have most of the call recorded for you guys. All you guys are registered, so you guys can watch it later, and we replay some of Coach Scott Sonnen's words, right? About 10 times to understand one of the sentences.
Hey, Nestor.
Yes.
Happy birthday, my man.
Yes, it was
Happy-
Nestor's
Love you, brother.
It was the 5th, but thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Danny.
Isak and Nestor.
Thank you, Summer. Hey, Summer Huntington.
Danny Aruso, thank you.
Hello.
See you guys. This was awesome.
God, thank you, Aaron. Thank you. Expertise. Thank
Thank
you.
you guys for being here. Thank you. Gracias, chicos, por estar aquí. Os enviaremos un PDF, ha dicho Alberto. Tenéis el link aquí en el chat. Os pondremos un PDF sobre TACFIT.
Muchas gracias.
Un placer.
Aaron's got the club all started.
Aldo. Juan David, Panama. Nice shirt.
Samer,
Put a
hello.
link in here, Alberto?
What's that?
You put a link in here for everybody?
I put a link. Yeah, the PDF link is on there in the chat. But like I said, I'll send it out to everybody an email for the PDF and also for the replay of the class.
Okay. Oh, I got it. Right on.
Thanks a lot, guys. It was amazing. Really good workshop.
Yeah, great job, guys. That was excellent.
Great job, Aaron.
Thank you, too.
You did it good.
Nobody wants to get off. I don't want to get off.
I don't think nobody knows how to get off.
I am the administrator, so I can close you all down.
Oh,
Do some break.
But
Let's
I
do some
won't.
breakout.
Halftime. Get some
Hi,
lunch.
Summer.
We're back to it again.
I'm hanging out. I'm here till the end. I'm not going.
Aaron's already got the
You
pump
gotta
up.
kick me off.
He's already getting ready.
Sebastian and Sin. How you doing?
Me, sir?
Yes.
Oh, I'm doing good. Doing good. It's always a pleasure training with all of you. It's a great honor. Absolutely great honor.
Honor for us to have you here, my friend. Very talented guy, Sebastian. His father is not talented, but he's a very talented guy.
Hey, don't say that. He'll come for me next. He'll ground me. No video games, no nothing.
Yeah, video games are crucial right now during this sit order.
Oh, absolutely.
You can be ungrounded as soon as you make it through Foxtrot.
Okay. All right. Give me a couple of years.
Have you enjoyed, Sebastian? Have you enjoyed?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes?
Yes,
Have
sir.
you learned something?
Yes, absolutely. It's always reviewing past techniques, learning new things, and learning the very basic things that I might have overlooked. So absolutely always learning. Also good practice of Spanish as well. So absolutely great time.
My pleasure.
Alan Mora from our Brazil director in the house as well.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for all.
Awesome.
Alan, una barba muito grande, hein?
Sim, tá tudo fechado aqui.
De qual estado que você é, senhor?
Everything being closed is making his beard grow bigger, huh?
Sebastian, falas português também?
Sim, fala um pouquinho de português. E de que estado que você está, senhor?
Brasília.
Brasília? Oh, legal, legal.
Muito bom.
Legal. Eu visito São Paulo de vez em quando.
São Paulo? Vem fazer o que aqui?
Eu tenho família lá.
Ah, é?
Sim, eu passei 10 anos no Brasil.
10 anos?
Sim.
Gostou?
Amei.
Alan, he grew up with TACFIT.
Yeah.
His dad, he raised his family with TACFIT.
Oh.
He at the last TACFIT certification, you've been watching like Aaron Cruz and all these guys right since you were like 8 years old, or you said something like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's seeing when I went to the certification, seeing everybody that I seen, like just watching the videos of, it's like you guys are essentially the equivalent of like Tom Cruise or I don't know, like when you as well, Miss Huntington. Like I follow some of your yoga videos as well. It's like, holy crap! Like these people, they're like real, and then like having conversations with you guys and seeing how you guys are really cool people as well. So it's an amazing community overall.
Well, except Isik, the rest are good people.
Isik already left. He's like, I'm out of here. I don't need this.
But very, very nice to have you here, all of you here. Summer as well. Welcome.
Amigo.
Your camera was off, yes?
Me? No, I was here most of the time. I had my assistants. So I had Elise Skiba was me.
Ah.
So you were coaching Elise, but it's because I have 2 Zooms, so I had to switch in and out to get this going. Yeah,
very
but
good.
awesome stuff. Super great content. I already am excited to put it into effect next week with my training, and I'm training for TACFIT Qual again. This is Cedric.
Wow.
What's up, Cedric?
Thank you.
Okay, brothers, I love you, but I'm going to have dinner, okay? I know that you want to see more of the Professor Alberto and Alan Moura, but I will quit. And I think if I quit, you will quit also because I'm the administrator now. But thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting, and hope to see you soon on the Zoom or live. Live will be better, but in the future, for sure, we'll do that. So thank you. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Nestor.
Nestor.
Everybody.
Sir.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias, hermanos.
Abrazos.
Abrazos, Juan Camilo. Abrazos, Moni. Besos.
Abrazos, hermanos.
Chao, hermanos. Saludos.
Abrazos.
Abrazos.
Dios quiere.
Pronto.
Viva Colombia. Chao.